Well, thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you, Madam Secretary.
Thank
You for the phone call.
Of course.
I appreciated being able to chat with you and the questions that I raised and the answers that you gave me. And so I'm encouraged to hear your commitment to restoring constitutional boundaries and returning power to the states, localities, and most importantly, the American worker. Today, we face a critical shortage of skilled labor in trades, manufacturing, energy, and other key industries where, while millions are burdened with student debt and degrees that really haven't led to better jobs. It's clearly time to rethink the federal workforce investment. Taxpayer dollars should fund results, not rhetoric. And that means cutting ineffective programs and tying funding to clear outcomes like job placement, earnings, and employer partnerships. It also means empowering the private sector. Employer-driven models with on-the-job training and real-world experience frequently outperform bloated federal programs. For too long, the federal labor policy has been shaped by sprawling, one-size-fits-all programs. I think you mentioned that in your statement. With regard to political allies, and it prioritizes DEI checklists over merit and funds nonprofits that have little to do with advancing real workforce development. I'm grateful that the Trump administration is reversing course, eliminating waste, and focusing on results. I'm especially encouraged by your support for apprenticeships and skilled trades, practical, debt-free paths to success. Federal policy must reflect that college isn't the only way up. Trade schools are phenomenal, and they have incredible graduation rates and job placement rates upon graduation. So I also share your concerns about Job Corps and the Senior Community Service Employment Program. These programs have been costly, ineffective, and in some cases unsafe. And the data is clear. You mentioned a study that y'all had done, and they're failing those they're meant to serve. So I thank you, and I thank President Trump for eliminating the Job Corps in the budget request. Finally, I want to highlight your strong stand against rewarding illegal migration with unemployment benefits. It's unacceptable that American taxpayers are expected to subsidize policies that erode our national sovereignty and displace lawful workers. Your warning to governors on this front was well-placed and necessary. Thank you. So, Madam Secretary, your recent warning to governors that states allowing illegal aliens to access unemployment benefits could lose federal funding. Can you provide an update on how you're enforcing that policy and what mechanisms are in place to stop the misuse of these benefits at the state level?
No, thank you so much. This is such an important issue for the unemployment insurance trust fund to be whole for the people who need it most. And I think that's the biggest concern. And so my recommendation was for those governors to comply with not allowing anybody who's of any illegal status to have unemployment insurance. And as we receive feedback, we will continue to discover what those dollars are and return them to the state treasury, because we've already uncovered and we have some returned already to the state treasury, but we need to follow up with that. I know Congress has approved through the House an extension on that unemployment insurance recovery, and we're looking forward to working with Congress and the Senate to continue that, because those are dollars that have been taken and not returned, and then we'll continue to follow up. And then as it extends to illegal immigration, we will continue to work with every governor to be a good federal partner, to have them understand that that is not what the Unemployment Insurance Trust is for. It is for the American people who need it most.
Thank you. Thank you for that commitment. Now, our chairman asked about the adverse effective wage rate, and I want to follow up on that. And it's making it increasingly difficult for farmers in my district, I have a very agricultural district, to hire legal guest labor under the H-2A program. So I know you mentioned that there's litigation going on, but what is your department doing to address the unsustainable wage inflation under the AEWR, and will you support a freeze at the January 2023 levels or lower to protect American agriculture and food security?
Well, thank you for the question, and because it is in litigation, I really can't comment any further, but I will continue to work with your office and any other office who, this is very important, and I will also work with Secretary Rollins on this issue as it's important. As it reverts back to all of the H programs, though, as well, one of the things that the Department of Labor is doing is talking about accessibility and understanding the program in itself, and oftentimes the mitigation process or the navigation of the system. So streamlining those processes are working as well. So as a culmination of all of those together, I think we're going to have better outcomes for all the H programs, and then as well as it resorts to the AWR issues. But until it's out of litigation, I won't be able to comment specifically.
All right, well, I look forward to working with you on that. And one last final question. Job Corps has been plagued with violence, waste, and poor outcomes for years. And, Mr. Chairman, I would like to ask unanimous consent for this article to be entered into the record. It's by Fox News. It says, "New report exposes how government program with eye-popping budget, $1.7 billion, is failing vulnerable students," and it's April 25th, 2025. So I ask that it be entered into the record. All right, and so I just want to thank you for your bold action on Job Corps.
Thank you.
And is there any comment that you would like to make further about Job Corps and the decision by the
If
president?
anybody needs any more assistance with their specific Job Corps numbers, I would like to offer that that is a public document.
Right.
But if there's anything else that I can get for you, please, I really want to work with each and every one of you on this issue, because that population is one that needs to be served, and how we do it more efficiently and effectively and keep our students safe and our workers safe is going to be a primary goal of the Department of Labor.
Thank you very
Mr.
much, Mr.
Pocan.
Secretary. And I yield back.